Game Dev Blueprint. In this video, we will talk about how to become a game developer. Whether you are a complete beginner or have some experience, I will tell you that in details with 10 checkpoint roadmap. Hello and welcome to this new channel. Here I will talk about anything related to game development, starting with how to become a game developer. This will be a series of videos. I will make videos each focusing independently and in detail on a specific checkpoint. Let's start with checkpoint 1, preparing phase. Before choosing a game engine, it's important to understand some things first, especially if you are a complete beginner and don't know anything about game development. First, you should know that, as a solo and indie game developer, you will do various tasks like game design, programming, sound design, art, storytelling, and more. For example, in game design, you will create the concept of the game, defining its mechanics, and shaping the overall vision. In programming, you will write the code for the game. In art, you will creating the visual elements of the game, like characters, environments, and UI. This can be in 2D or 3D. In sound design, you will make the music and sound effects for the game. In storytelling, you will make the storyline and narrative elements of the game. Don't worry, you don't have to focus on all of them. As an indie game developer, you will be more interested in some areas than others. For example, if you are interested in programming, you can get art assets from the asset store. If you are more interested in art, you can create simple game mechanics by following tutorials. In the next video, I will go deeper into the essential things you should know about game development even before choosing a game engine. Checkpoint 2, Game Dev Tools. After understanding the essential stuff, which we will talk about in depth in the next video, let's discuss the tools you will need to start your game development journey. Game engine, graphics software, audio tools, IDE, version control, project management, documentation, asset marketplace, and some other tools. I will recommend useful tools and what I suggest you use to help you in your game development journey. Checkpoint 3, the game engine. For those who don't know, a game engine is where you will spend the majority of your time making your game. It handles rendering graphics, physics, and overall game mechanics. There are many game engines available, such as Unity, Unreal, Godot, GameMaker, Construct, G-Develop, Scratch, and more. However, the big three are Unity, Unreal, and Godot. I will make a comparison between them and help you choose your engine. Checkpoint 4, learning the basics. At this point, we will start learning the basics of the game engine and the programming language it uses. Unity uses C#. Start with the Unity editor, game objects, and components. Unreal Engine uses C++ and blueprints. Begin with the Unreal editor, actors, and components. Godot uses GD script, which is similar to Python, by the way. Learn the Godot editor, nodes, and scenes. This is just to give you some general knowledge about the engines. In the independent video, I will dive deeper into what specific things you need to learn in the programming language and the engine, and how long it will take. Checkpoint 5, prototypes. This is where the real beginning starts. After learning the basics of the engine and the programming language, we will make some prototypes to learn more about the engine, and we will start making prototypes in different genres like simple 3D game, 2D platformer, third-person game, first-person game. And I will explain why you should create these specific prototypes and how they will help you on your journey and on your dream game. A small spoiler, we will build on these prototypes. Speaking of the dream game, Checkpoint 6, Dream Game. Even before making your first released game, after completing the 4 prototypes and understanding why you made them, start writing down all your game ideas, categorize them into small games that focus on one mechanic and bigger game ideas. Break down each game into small tasks that you can search for on Google. If you want to know how to break down your game idea into tasks, tell me in the comments. Choose your dream game and start selecting some features from your dream game and add them to other games to become familiar with them. I started this process with you when I told you to make some prototypes and build on them. When you finish your first prototype, if you try to make it again without tutorials, all you can do is start the project and just add it. From the beginning, I aimed to make you redo many things to become familiar with them. Start selecting 4 games from the game ideas you wrote. Focus on genres that we made prototypes of, and aim to finish each game in just 1 week. Checkpoint 7, build a community. Start creating social media accounts like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, Facebook, and Twitter. You might ask why to do this now when you haven't made a game yet. I recommend starting early. Think about this. What is better, starting to publish videos and clips about what you do, even if it isn't good yet and growing slowly, or starting to make videos and clips when you are about to finish your game and not seeing any results because it's take a lot of time? You'll understand why we started the community, specifically the YouTube channel, in the video of Checkpoint 1. Checkpoint 8, making 4 games in 1 month. We will start making 4 games. Each of them will take 1 week. We will document the journey with some clips and videos, because we are starting our journey in social media from here. The best thing about recording your journey is seeing your progress over time. The 4 games will be built on the 4 prototypes you made before, focusing on different aspects this time like art, menus, sound design, and more. This will develop your skills in different genres to see which genre you love the most. Checkpoint 9, Big Game. After all these learning projects, we are ready to start making the first real game. This will take from 1 to 3 months. We will choose one of the 4 games we just made and turn it into a commercial game. As I said, we remade a lot of things to become familiar with them and develop your skills. In this game, we will focus on art, sound design, animations, game feel, and mainly polishing. Checkpoint 10, Dream Game. Now, we have reached the point you have all been waiting for, your dream game. Now you are ready to make it. I recommend not making it too big. If you plan to make devlogs, start the game as a side project, working on it slowly while making other games, until you reach a good point to start publishing devlogs. In my opinion, the most important thing was how to start, because the beginning of game development is really challenging and overwhelming. I tried to make the road as clear as possible, and this is just the beginning of our journey. If you found yourself knowing a lot of what I talked about, remember this video is a roadmap more than detailed tips. As I said, I will make an independent video for each checkpoint to discuss it in detail. Just a quick note, if you are looking for someone who has released hundreds of games and made millions from game development, you are in the wrong place. Here I share what I've learned, what works for me, and what doesn't, and give you my opinion. And now, we have reached the end of the video. If you found this video useful, and want to follow the journey and start our journey together, make sure to subscribe to the channel to dive deeper into each checkpoint in the future. See you in the next video at the same time next week.